Hello everybody, and Jess here, and welcome back to Symphogear XV episode 10. If you're watching it on Patreon, I'm sorry it's a little bit late. I had to go do some shopping today for shoes, for Kindle cover that I didn't buy anyway, and I had to order on the internet, and I just didn't have the time to record during the day. But now we're here. If you're watching it on YouTube, same time as always, roughly half an hour here or there, or somewhere thereabouts. But yeah, we are here in Symphogear XV episode 10. As I already said, I'm repeating myself. We are in a very interesting place. Miku is out and about with Shemha possessing her. And it seems like the only person who was able to control her somehow, and that is Fudo, is kneeling here defeated. At least theoretically, at least he behaves like he's defeated, because I believe that he could just stand up and keep fighting because he wasn't, damaged. Nobody even got a hit on him. He just gave up, I guess, and whatever. So perhaps Miku is running rampage. We don't know that. We know that there is a beam of red light and rumbling. What is it exactly? Again, as I said, we have no idea. Could be Miku, could be something else entirely. Miku, I'm assuming, would emit purple energy, not red energy, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'm full of it, and maybe Miku is fully capable of emitting red energy. What do I know? I don't really want to talk more about the previous episode, because it wasn't... It didn't go how I wanted it to go, is how I'm gonna say it, I guess. The whole fight with Fudo ended with essentially nothing. It was a bunch of fighting with no real actual resolution, no winner, no loser. Fudo just behaves like he's been defeated, but he hasn't been really. So it's just his, I don't know, honor, does he even have it, that prompts him to just stay down and not do anything, not smack Genjuro in the back right now, even though his back is open. Oh man. And of course, another thing that happened in the previous episode that's much more important is a little bit of a Hibidad redemption. He had some nice words to say to Hibiki, and Hibiki is now up and out and about. Hibiki is now running, I'm assuming, towards them to help, although I'm not entirely sure. I mean, the agents for this mission, for fighting Fudo, were selected specifically Maria, because she's of age, Hibiki isn't. So I wonder if she will be allowed to take part in it. Then again, even if she isn't allowed to take part, I fully believe that she will just run there if she must, or get a bike, or take a bus, or whatever, and fucking get there, despite anything. So it's gonna be interesting to see where it's going, because I had all those ideas in my head, right? Fudo becoming a god, Fudo getting some god weapon, or Fudo being the last boss, essentially. That's what I had in mind, or perhaps some other boss after Fudo, right? Fudo as a deity is defeated, and then comes the god of gods, and we need to fight on a galactic scale, or something like that. But apparently, Fudo is just a mini-boss, really. Not much more than that. Now, don't get me wrong, the fight was epic. The fight was great, both the fight with Genjuro and the fight with Tsubasa. It's just the resolution that doesn't sit well with me, that he just gave up, and that's it. doesn't really fit with his character, in my opinion, but whatever, I'm just gonna drop the topic. But it seems like Shemha and Miku will be the ones who will be the final boss, at least of this part, because we still have, like, not counting episode 10 that we're gonna watch right now, we will still have like 3 episodes more to go. And I don't think they will extend Miku under Shemha's influence for much longer. Episode 10, 10, 11, at the latest, I expect the issue to be solved. We'll see, of course. Everything is still up in the air. Yeah, I have no idea what's gonna happen. So how about I just stop rambling and we start watching? How does that sound? Of course, to watch it, you are going to need subs to follow along, and I'm gonna need sound to hear what's going on. And I'm also gonna have to ask you guys for your support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, for example, link in the description below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, costs you nothing, helps a lot. And with all of that out of the way, we can start watching episode 10 now of Symphogear XV in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. I mean, the country was perfectly protected before you brought the wrath of God upon it. Correct me if I got the order of events wrong, but it's not like Japan was in immediate danger. Oh, right, and something activated on the moon. And there's been hints that the curse of Balal might actually be the blessing of Balal. Henshin? Nope. Fudo is surprisingly compliant. Well, maybe your attacks should start doing something more, because so far Maria is perfectly capable of evading or blocking them. Sure. Okay, so instead of, like, rewiring matter the way Chrysopia is doing, she just says, this will become silver, and it becomes silver. Okay. I'll take it. Nope. Okay. How is Ergetlam interesting, and what does Enki have to do with it? From what I googled, wasn't Ergetlam a name of some... What the fuck is... Oh, okay. I guess they've been superpowered by Shemha. Precisely. Right, what I was trying to say is that Ergetlam doesn't have anything to do with Sumerian mythology, or Babylonian. If I recall correctly, it was Nordic, Norse. Well, mankind likes to struggle, what can I tell you? Mankind isn't really one to just give up and resign themselves to whatever fate awaits them. I love this opening. I was afraid we're not gonna see it, but we are seeing it. Also, if my voice sounds a little different, I'm not sick or anything. I'm just trying to not be clamping my throat. Uh, I realized not long ago that for some reason when I'm talking to the microphone, when I'm recording, my throat kind of clamps up. I don't know if it's nervous or whatever, but now I'm trying to consciously keep my throat open. It's much less strenuous to talk as well, so that's the added benefit. But if I sound different, that's because I'm kind of putting conscious effort into sounding different than usual when recording. Hopefully that's also gonna alleviate my throat aches that I sometimes get when I like stream for multiple hours. Whomst? Fudo? He keeps saying as music keeps saving the world. Why was she shackled? Wasn't it authorized actually? Yeah. Okay, so the immediate reaction was to shackle her, but then they reviewed the footage and whatever. Okay, so Yatsuhiro is dead, huh? I thought he's still alive as they were carrying him out of the mansion. Okay, so I guess we get a little bit of time skip, like a couple of days or so. Up to a week, perhaps. That sounds like a proposal. And that sounds interesting. Yeah, we're all members of her harem. We all did hand-holding, unprotected. Now it's your time. It's cute seeing her bashful. Okay, what's this Yggdrasil thing now? I mean, I know what Yggdrasil is, but I don't know what this Yggdrasil is. Some machinery deep within the earth? Whomst? Okay. So this is Shemha's real form, I'm assuming? Yep. Okay, so taking away last shreds of their humanity and turning them fully into what they are. I mean, yeah, she's not wrong. I mean, as far as Shemha is concerned, humanity will cease to be really, really soon, so. Okay, Swiss Army hand. Sure, that's absolutely another way to go about it. Just erase anybody who rejects. Or that, sure. Why though? Those are alkanoise files? Yeah. And now they're golden. Chrysopia, I'm assuming. So some sort of chrysopia noise? We're going to space. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, about time humanity visited the moon again. And Americans are gonna be able to do fuck all because they don't have the Symphogear technology. The President of the United States, I'm assuming? Right, it was the plot all throughout the season that they are having that joint operation. Then again, they could probably just X drive and fly to the moon just like that. Also, I just noticed that their mobile base looks like a gun. If it was Kill la Kill, I'd say that Hibiki grows to planetary scale and uses their base as a gun. The way in Kill la Kill they used the nudist beach ship as a sword. Although it wasn't Ryuko using it, it just had some jets. You know, the analogy is there somewhere. I wonder on what basis they're picking who's gonna get henshin when. I wonder, is the amount of full henshin sequences in every season equal for every character? Wouldn't surprise me. Kitty? Okay, those seem to just be generic noise monsters, not powered up or whatever. And she has a trike now. Okay. Yeah, probably. She's gonna try to somehow undo the curse. Probably. Hello, Milark. No, that's not Milark. That's... What's her face? Yeah, multiple butt plugs all at once. Here comes Milark. The fuck is Daedalus End? And she has boob hands? What? And she went full yandere. Yep. Yeah, she's just an Inspector Gadget. I mean, sure. That is one way to go about it. Okay. There is a limit to how much power they can exert, it seems. She did wince when using more armaments. She's probably behind you. That's a cool armor you have there. Okay. She now has a mobile suit. Kinda. And there goes the rocket. Well, shit. Call off the mission, I guess. Elsa, that's her name. Okay, we still have a few minutes left. And now we're also being used by Shemha. That's an interesting train of thought. Okay, two Beyblades fighting. Or I guess Beyblade versus that, like, there were those, like, just a tire, and you would also let it rip, but it would go forwards, as opposed to a Beyblade going down and spinning in that direction. You know what I mean. For sure, you know what I mean. I'm not that old. Isn't she overheating or something? Okay, Chrysopia, or Amalgam, or whatever you want to call it. That's a cool scythe axe. And this is a shield. Okay. And Shirabe is now Captain America. Kinda. It's still a... What? Robo Shirabe. Sure. I didn't expect that. I guess that would be the extension of her power, wouldn't it? Being able to control a yo-yo with a string, the next step is a string puppet. Makes perfect sense. That's honestly just like polyfill scissor, whatever. Sure, okay. There's Beyblade, there's Bakugan, there's everything here. And this is... Okay, whatever it is, it's destroyed now. Oh, so that's some special teleport vial. And Tsubasa goes solo. Yeah, probably not the best idea. Okay, sure, everybody went in. That's, of course, much better than Tsubasa going solo. Widen it in depth, not in breadth, I say. From what it seemed, their base is at the roots of the Yggdrasil. So you're probably gonna need to look for them down below the earth. Okay, so maybe Shemha will be the final boss. Now that they are in Shemha's base... Well, the only way they can be victorious is if they solve the problem. Right? They defeat Shemha, they defeat Noble Red. That's the only way they can escape that underground base. I think. I mean, sure, there might be some other way they find, but right now it seems like the only way everything can end well is they get a W. Okay, after credits scene. That's good. Just henshin. Straight away henshin. Oh, okay, they're on the moon. Yep. Interesting. How did they get there, though? I guess Shemha can just do that because she's a god, so why am I even asking? But interesting, I thought the lunar ruins are somehow like anti-Shemha thing. Well, not directly anti-Shemha, but anti-Custodian, anti-whatever, right? There is the Yggdrasil, that's Shemha's thing, And then there's lunar ruins who are protecting the blessing of Balal, let's call it. But perhaps the lunar ruins are also a part of custodian thing. I don't know how to even call it. But let's watch it again, and maybe I will figure out how to call it, huh? How's that for a segue? Not great, is it? Okay. Yeah, Fudo just went mad, it seems. Seems that the Kazanari dream of protecting the country dies here today. I am really not too fond of villains who don't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, when the plan of a villain makes sense and I can see the merit in what they're doing, that's perfect. In case of Fudo, it's like the exact opposite of it, right? He, like, okay, initial plan, sure, get some bracer and reforge it into a powerful sword or whatever he was planning to do, right? Get some super weapon that will make Japan strong militarily. Perfect sense. But then he starts going on about how songs can save the world, despite songs saving the world multiple times. So he wasn't making sense back then. And now his Pikachu surprised face that, oh, I resurrected a god that's antagonistic to humanity. Pero I guess that's kind of gonna fuck Japan up. I didn't see that coming. No, sirree. I didn't foresee, bringing a tiger into my chicken coop that it's just gonna, kill the chickens. How could I have seen that coming? I thought I have the tiger on a leash, but he's kind of strong and he just broke the leash. So yeah, the chickens are fucked. I I don't particularly enjoy Fudo as a villain, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I see what he's doing here in the story, right? I see how he's a foil for Tsubasa, he's a foil for S.O.N.G, he's a foil for all those established things, right? He's a villain from within, kind of like Ryoko was, right? But personally, I'm not a huge fan. So I'm glad that Fudo's saga is finished, and we can get to better villains like Shemha. Also, he really just gave up. He's not defeated or anything, just, oh, I guess the world is fucked now. Peace out. I don't care anymore. Japan is fucked, world is fucked. I guess that's what's going on. I guess that's why he might be so resigned to his fate that it doesn't matter anymore. I don't know. I'm not sure. It doesn't really seem like Fudo, though. He seems like a person who'd just go against Shemha if Shemha is a threat to Japan. Or like a person, if we assume he's a complete madman, he seems like he would just walk up to Shemha and say, "Oh God, please lend your strength to the nation of Japan," or, something like that. But he's just casually walking away. His passiveness kind of astounds me. There can be no longer any understanding between us. Sure. Your paradoxical desire to avoid harm to this body dulls your blades. I guess that's kind of the basis of amalgam form. If they are no longer concerned with protecting their bodies, they shed all the armor just leave the undersuit and some golden bits and put everything into attack. Yeah, I guess she's kind of talking a little bit about amalgam form. This is apparently Yggdrasil, and there is a limit to Shemha's power. Also interesting that this is a upside down pentagram. Is this all I can do with my current level of integration? Integration into Miku's body, I'm assuming. She can't quite convey all her energy through a feeble body like humans. She needs to... or is it about the fragments? I think it might be about fragments. Once she manages to gather all the fragments of herself, then she fully becomes powerful. Or did I use too much of my power to activate Yggdrasil? Interesting that Yggdrasil was apparently all this time buried under Fudo's mansion. Sure. Yggdrasil Enki. Yggdrasil is Norse mythology, Enki is Sumerian or Babylonian. Can't quite remember which one. Enki. Yeah, Sumerian god. In Babylonian mythology, it's Ea, the deity of wisdom, fresh water, the creator of man. Okay. So that is Enki, and what does he have to do with Ergetlam, I wonder? Probably nothing. Probably nothing, but let me search Ergetlam on Wikipedia. Ergetlam is Irish. Nuada Ergetlam. Nuada the Silver-Handed. Yep. Okay, so we are really mixing mythologies here. Now I am amused. You are wielding something interesting. Are you a descendant of Enki? I mean, assuming Enki created humanity, then kinda. But she's not like a direct descendant, I don't think. But maybe she is, actually. Maybe she is. Wasn't there something about Maria being a descendant of Adam and Eve? Or a descendant of Adam? I think I noted something like that. I don't know what prompted that note, but... where is it? Maria's bloodline, Adam and Eve. I mean, assuming Judeo-Christian mythology, then sure, every human is a descendant of Adam and Eve. But perhaps it wasn't Adam and Eve. It was Enki. Okay, so Maria might actually be a descendant of Enki. That would be interesting. Maria is a descendant of Enki. Okay. And here comes Noble Red. I just have to... Yeah, I was wondering what's going on right now. I thought that perhaps it's some protectors of Yggdrasil kind of deal, right? Once Shemha awakened, activated Yggdrasil, some protectors of Yggdrasil also activated. Right, we have some, flesh golem at first. Then we have something like a monstrous alligator kind of thing. Then we have some sort of a Gundam. But no, it turns out this is Noble Red. Yep. That's just Noble Red. Powered up. Mankind has nowhere left to run. Interesting that the Yggdrasil doesn't really look like a tree, just a trunk. And Fudo is just mumbling to himself. Only the divine power can unite mankind. Yeah, I mean, see how that worked out. Hoping to save the world with music is the pinnacle of naivete. I mean, is he like completely demented, completely mad? That's like the only explanation I have for what he's saying. That after he tried bringing a god back to life and it backfired massively, he's still on about how only a god can unite mankind. Like, I don't know what drugs is he on, but he should take half the dose. All necessary investigations, yeah. Thanks to Yatsuhiro, of course. It's my own fault for letting... No, not really. It's not like you were deceived, you were literally mind-controlled. It's much, much different. A nice moment of reunion. Yeah, we are back together. We're back on the team. We're complete again. Although this moment doesn't really hit that hard, to be perfectly honest with you. If we spent more than like one episode without Tsubasa, with Tsubasa being on Fudo's side, I think it would hit a little more. But it kind of went a little too fast for this moment to have any like larger emotional impact, I guess. Also interesting that Tsubasa and Maria are the only ones wearing pants. Like long pants. Everybody else is wearing short pants. Interesting, wonder why. Is it because they're the oldest? Those are eyes or something. We need to cover ground faster than they can escape. Well, they're not escaping wide. They're escaping to the bottom or to the top. From Comsan. Oh, it's like code. Import size, rectangle, window descriptor. Comsan. That is that Java? No, it can't be Java because there's the def keyword. But the name spacing of com-san something 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 is very Java-like. Is it another JVM language, like Scala? Wait. What does Scala syntax look like? Scala. No, Scala doesn't seem to be using def. No, it does. Methods are defined with the def keyword. Where is it? I need an example. Def something. It could be Scala, although there are no braces. It seems to be using indentation. And the Scala have the global keyword. No. Okay, so it can't be Scala. It's the mother language. If you know what language it is, let me know, because I'm curious. And what does it do? Because I'm assuming it doesn't do anything like actual... Oh, is it Python? There's no columns after def, though. But the double underline file double underline is very Python-like. I don't know. Again, let me know. Let me know if you know. Amusing, is it not? I'm gathering the fragments of myself through the very device they hoped to restrain me with. I wonder what's the deal with gathering fragments of myself. What fragments? Like armor fragments? Like there's one bracer and there is also another bracer and a helmet and stuff like that? Or I don't know. Yeah, I have no clue what's going on right now, to be honest. Is this another of Shemha's powers? Probably. Yeah, so they were killed and then they were strengthened. Perfect monsters that can never reobtain so much as a fragment of humanity. If you'll consider her your god, Milark and I will follow suit. This very much feels like Saint-Germain's relationship with Cagliostro and Prelati. Whatever Saint-Germain decides, the others follow. And same is here, whatever... Vanessa, I think is her name, decides, the others follow suit. And I guess the plan isn't horrible, right? If everybody's a monster, then nobody will exclude you as a monster, because everybody is a monster. Simple solution, really. It would be a much better solution to just get rid of people's, preconceived notions and preconceptions and people's inherent, what do you call it? The opposite of acceptance, right? That would be a better way, but of course we can just turn all the humans in the world into monsters. That works. Tanegashima, we're going to protect the rocket. And yeah, it was Yatsuhiro who did it. Tell me this ship doesn't look like a gun. It totally does. And I actually can see it being used. Actually, just gonna note it down. S.O.N.G base ship used as a giant gun. I wonder if I'm onto something. And of course, noise, regular noise. I thought turning those vials golden, I thought those were noise vials, that she's creating yet another kind of noise, right? We have alka noise, maybe it's gonna be like not gold. I mean, the vials turned gold, but Shemha isn't gold, Shemha is silver. So that would be like erget noise or AG noise or something like that, silver noise. Or in case of gold, AU noise or whatever. But no, it seems like she was encoding the location of the lunar base into those teleportation vials or whatever. Henshin. And yeah, classic attacks. That is indeed the vexing curse of Balal. Yeah, she really doesn't like the curse of Balal. This is an interesting mode. Is this the first time we see Trike attack? Probably. I would have remembered it, I think. And here comes... What's her face? Using more armaments at once. Here comes Milark and Vanessa. Vanessa going full yandere. And are those... No, not quite boob hands. More like clavicle hands. Interesting placement. Wait, no, they look like they are shifting position. I guess it's just like... And yeah, I think it's like an animation shortcut. They should be perhaps behind her back. Maybe it's an issue of layering. Because I think in a later shot we see those arms used actually behind her back. Yeah, they are behind her back, so probably animation error, layering issue. I'd love to be friends. No, you're having yandere eyes. You wouldn't love to be friends. I mean, I guess it would be possible when everybody is a monster. This is just ridiculous, and I love the ridiculousness of it. Using a... whatchamacallit? A measuring tape to grab Hibiki. And this is wrapped, what, twice around her waist, and it's 60, so her waist is 30 of this unit. I don't know if it's inches, probably doesn't look like centimeters. This is such a cool moment. Completely ridiculous attack that kinda tells me that Vanessa might not have full control over her powers. There might be some negative sides to their newfound strength. The way the cat girl, whose name eludes me again, winces when using more than 4 armaments, so probably there is a limit to that. The same way Vanessa might not be able to entirely 100% control what she uses, right? She just controls projectile, and whether that projectile will be a deck of playing cards or a stone or a lead ball, that's up to chance. I wonder if that's how it is. And this is, yeah, this is a great moment. Just using a measuring tape and Hibiki blushing at it because she had her waist measured. It's like there are high stakes and it's high energy combat, and then you have that little bit of a almost slapstick moment of comedy. That's great. Yep, 6 armaments. Yeah, a little bit of a wins. And she was able to create a mobile suit kind of thing with all 6 armaments combined. Mission accomplished. Still believed I'd find a way to ease my loneliness. Well, if only you actually tried doing that instead of, you know, destroying the world. Yeah, it's a Beyblade versus the solo wheel spinny kind of thing. And a wolf, or a werewolf. Shirabe Ex Machina, of course. Still not quite enough. Only Amalgam can help. I mentioned it many times already. I really like it when a powerful version of a weapon is smaller and more subdued than the less powerful version. I really like that about Bleach and Ichigo's Zanpakuto, or whatever the fuck it was called. In this case, sure, Kirika's weapon is a little bit bigger, a little bit more flashy, but her suit is very much simplified, and Shirabe just has a shield. It's not a bunch of, you know, not chainsaws, buzzsaws and whatnot. It's just a singular shield. I really like it. And of course, as always, the design of Amalgam is top notch. I love the organic look to it. I love that it looks like a solid slab of metal and a solid slab of malachite in case of Kirika. Also, I love the added touch of her hat being a little bit askew. Our harmonizing, overlapping voices now unchained, indeed. And her shield is still a yo-yo. A yo-yo that can transform into a mecha Shirabe. I mean, this is just Bakugan. That's just Bakugan. And again, a logical extension, logical expansion of her abilities. She's able to pull strings to control her yo-yos. Well, the next step is controlling a string puppet. And of course, it wouldn't be a fight that Kirika and Shirabe take part in if they didn't have some sort of a combiner attack. And this time it's a bird trap. Or rather, a wolf trap. Yeah, I've got nothing. Honestly, it's like it's like all the toys of my childhood, you know, Bakugan, Beyblade, the wheel kind of thing, Transformers, like Milark. No, not Milark. The cat girl. Her form looks like something from Transformers, Beast, whatever, when they were transforming between robot form and like a prehistoric beast form. Polyphylim Scissors of Love in a Dream. What a name. What the fuck does polyphylim mean? Is it an actual word or is it just a proper noun? Let me Google that real quick. Polyphylim. Polyfilm group. They are recycling and cleaning carpets or something. No, not really. Germany's leading manufacturer of extrusion films and protective films. But that's polyfilm, and I'm looking for polyfilm. And the only result is full text of 500 years of art and illustration from Albrecht Dürer on Internet Archive. DRMM of polyfilm by Francisco Colonna. So apparently that's a piece of art or something. And the other result is a Reddit thread from August 8, 2022. Listen to my song Senki Zesho Symphogear on r/anime, so probably some watch along thread. Francesco Colonna, a writer, but there is no mention of polyfilm there, so I'm guessing that's just a cool sounding word, and that's it. And still, no judgment. Well, maybe a little bit of judgment. But hey, you want to be friends? Let's be friends. I mean, you can still fix this. You don't have to be evil. Cool. I like it. In this case, I actually like it. I'm not one that likes villain redemption particularly much, but are they really villains? Not really. They're antagonists with some villainous tendencies, but mostly they're just how should I say it? Victims of circumstance, kinda sorta. Like, if it wasn't Fudo who found them first, if it was S.O.N.G, I fully believe they would join S.O.N.G instead. But because it was Fudo who found them, they went that path and not any different one. Very quick thinking on Tsubasa's part, although she probably should have messaged them or something so that they get ready. I don't know. They have all those headsets, but don't seem to be really using them for communicating with each other. And didn't they have, like, telepathy at some point? I swear they had telepathy. I swear they had telepathy at some point. Or was it only in X Drive mode? I'm not sure. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while. Maybe it's been retconned, I don't know. And yeah, now they went to the moon. Straight to the moon. Are we where I think we are? It would certainly seem so. You are in the middle of the enemy base, and you can, I don't know, save Miku. Probably a good idea, isn't it? Okay. That was episode 10 of Senki Zesho Symphogear XV. And I gotta admit, I liked it much better than the previous episode. No comparison. Not even. This episode had a lot of things that I really, really liked. Two brand new amalgam forms, some nice moments between characters, a little hint at possible redemption of Noble Red, just a little bit. Just a little bit, but I'm satisfied with just this amount. I'm still not particularly satisfied with how Fudo's arc, so to speak, ended, but the rest, thumbs up. And now I guess we also have our main threat fully established as being Shemha. It's not just a stepping stone villain, it seems to be the villain of the season. Again, we don't have that many episodes. I don't think they would introduce a whole new villain in episode 11. Although they very well might. Wouldn't surprise me if they did, honestly. If the girls were able to defeat Shemha, and haha, you thought you won, but no, there is a higher god than Shemha, and he really doesn't like the fact that you killed Shemha, so he's paying you a visit. It wouldn't surprise me at all. What else? Let me go through this episode real quick. Just step by step. I do have a clue what Shemha's plan is. Turn back time to 5,000 years ago. I just don't know why. Is it... From what we know, Lulu Amel, so humanity, was created as servants to the deities, right? As servants to all the Babylonian gods and what have you. So I guess humanity evolving and developing puts that at risk if humanity manages to find out the truth and manages to stand up against the Custodians and against the Curse of Balal and against all of that. So I guess rolling things back to 5,000 years ago makes people ignorant again, and you have 5,000 more years to just, chill and have humanity do your bidding, and then you just come back and revert the time again. Very reminiscent of Reapers from Mass Effect, right? Rolling back entire galaxy to the state from when aliens and humans and thinking sapient creatures weren't advanced enough. Interesting. There are plenty of holes in that plan, though. Like, what if the bracer was destroyed? Right? Assuming it's possible. So I guess right now the plan is to revert everything to like ancient Egypt times, or perhaps even earlier to like Sumerian times, and turn humans into monsters and just go back to sleep or something like that. Again, I'm not entirely sure what exactly Shemha's plan is. Right? What exactly are her motivations? What exactly are her goals? I mean, we know the goals, but we just don't know why. Interesting. Also, how the hell do we save Miku? I don't think it's gonna be as simple as Hibiki saying, "Hey, Miku, wake up! It's me, Hibiki," and Miku just takes control. I don't think it's gonna be this simple this time around. I think Shemha will have to be beaten into submission, or perhaps the blessing of Balal will be able to obliterate Shemha and just leave Miku behind. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, anything can happen. We are on the goddamn moon, after all, fighting a Judeo-Christian god, it would seem. So, why am I even trying to make any predictions if anything can happen? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stop rambling because I'm a little sleepy, and when I'm sleepy, I have a tendency to ramble, and I wouldn't want to waste anybody's time. I think I said everything I needed to say. One more interesting thing, though. Why did Shemha decide against killing Noble Red and instead empowered them and took them as her servants? Does she really need servants? Does she really need someone to do her bidding? Probably. Then again, she would be perfectly able to destroy the rocket on her own. So I guess she's learned how to delegate. She knows that very important lesson from management, learning how to delegate tasks. And she was in need of some servants to delegate tasks to, and they just were there, so might as well make use of them. Yeah, okay, sure, makes sense after all. Okay, now I think no, one more thing. Because I'm on the frame right now with her exposed back. This is some mind control thingamajig that Fudo was using. I wonder if that's gonna come into play somehow. I wonder if she can be still controlled to some degree, and she can fumble an attack or something like that. I wonder. Yeah, now I'm done. Now I think I said my piece, I said everything I needed to say, but if you perhaps have something more to say, then do say so down in the comments below. What did you think of this episode, of my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? If you don't want to talk spoilers, because you shouldn't talk spoilers in the comments down below, you can talk spoilers on my Discord. Up here, also link in the description, and invite. You can join it, there's a Symphogear channel, and you can talk spoilers to your heart's content, because I'm not gonna see them. Simple as. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases of not only Symphogear XV, but also Gundam Witch from Mercury, Ancient Magus Bride Season 2, Benderia Saitos and Isekai ni Iku. I'm still yet to finish it. Oyukiyumi no Kaina, the movie, we're still waiting for it, and other shows that will be coming in the future, of course. And I also stream sometimes, so you might want to click the bell icon down somewhere. I don't know, YouTube moves it all the time to be notified whenever I go live. Support the channel if you want, monetarily, for example, on Patreon. Down in the comments below. For $10 a month, you can get early access to non-seasonal shows like Symphogear XV, and for just $1, you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's the list of my current wonderful Patreons: QB, Bobbin, Without a Net, Fruit, Zay Rainer, Akomancer, Marsh, Yuki Ally, Cure Dynamic, Fussel, Dr. Walt, and Hans Peter. And you can join them, and you don't need to become a god to achieve that.